Hello guys, happy weekend. Welcome to yet another interesting weekend and episode of Sportsbusstop. As usual, we are here to bring you the juicy gossips, updates and gist as they happen in the world of sports. I am Lisa, your sports talkative, and as usual, I'm not always alone. I have the beautiful and the, ebony black Nengi.
Ebony black?
No, na chocolate brown.
We don't get color variants now for
sister.
For
Hi Nengi, happy weekend. How was your week actually?
It was good. It was fine. I think bottom line, I should just say thank God for a successful week.
Yeah,
it was good.
And you know why she's thanking God? Because the Nigerian Women's Football League has officially come to an end.
Yes, the regular season.
Yeah, the regular season has been wrapped up. So yes, it should be a good week because our babies.
They were won against Rivers Angels.
Yes.
I mean, when you call Edo Queens, call Rivers Angels, you know that it's a South derby, and you know how difficult it is when it comes to those kind of games. But
definitely.
Edo Queens won the very last leg, and that was the last game of the end of the NFL regular season. So next up, we're looking forward to the Super Six. Welcome on board, guys. It is Sportsbusstop. As Lisa has stated, we're here to give you some juicy news that's going on in the world of sports.
Like juicy.
I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, so just a few minutes ago before we came on air, one juicy news just dropped. So I'll just be giving you guys an update. Real Madrid's captain Valverde has been reportedly transferred to a hospital in Spain, Madrid, due to a backroom dressing room altercation between him and a fellow player, Tchouaméni. And according to news, they said it is a very terrible one. And we hope that he gets better. This is not the first time the Uruguayan is getting into an altercation with players in Madrid. And talking about Real Madrid, that's where we're going to be starting our gist from. Still ongoing, because it's still ongoing currently, the talk about fans and the uproar of Real Madrid fans concerning player KYLIAN MBAPPE, who joined 3 seasons ago from PSG. Players have been signing a petition online demanding, not asking, demanding that the players should be sold out and sent out of Real Madrid. As we speak, it is over 30 million signatures from angry Real Madrid fans from around the world. When Mbappe was asked in a conference just recently after their last match, Mbappe was saying that he believes that he is not majorly the problem of Real Madrid, that the problem is honestly going to say it's the team. At the same time, it's not. And according to him, when he was asked concerning his move from PSG and how PSG has been performing lately, he said that when he was there, he contributed important goals to important matches. And the fact that PSG right now are in back-to-back finals and they won the Champions League in the previous season does not mean that it was the problem. It just means that they have a quality coach and the players are consistent. But many people took to the comment sections, because I don't want to read it because of, regulations and political correctness. But a lot of angry fans are saying he is the problem, that since he left PSG won the Ligue 1, they won the European title, and they won at least 4 or 5 cups, and they got to the World Club Cup finals. And right now, they are currently in the UEFA Champions League final since when Mbappe left the team. So, Nengi, I want to ask you, because Real Madrid fans have dubbed him the dictator. That's his new nickname. So, so I want to ask you, do you think that the current issue happening in Real Madrid right now, where they have been having trophy droughts for at least 2 seasons now, they've been out of the Copa del Rey, the El Clasico, now they were kicked out of the UEFA Champions League at the quarterfinal stage, at the quarterfinal stage. And everybody is pointing fingers on Mbappe, who is their number 9 player. And people are saying his arrival has caused somewhat of an imbalance in the Madrid team. Do you agree with them?
Okay, I think so far, you know, before we came on here to talk about issues arising with Real Madrid, with Kylian Mbappe, and you also talked about the issue with Valverde.
Yeah.
And before we came on here, I was telling you they should disband it. Because their problem is too much.
Actually,
We just have news here and there flying as it concerns Real Madrid and, you know, all of that. But then, when you have a team that is in their Galacticos era, this is what it looks like. Because, yes, now they're in their Galacticos era where they're, of course, assembling young elite players, the likes of Kylian Mbappe. So I am sure that by now the fans are wondering, this Kylian Mbappe that we brought into this team, is it that he wants to have authority over everyone? But I think that's one of the major things when a particular team is trying to assemble young elite players. The Vini Juniors is in one team.
Yeah.
The Kylian Mbappe is in one team together. And aside from this, I think fans have had complaints about how individualistic, what's his name now, Kylian Mbappe is. Complaining about how he doesn't track back on the pitch. When he's leading the line of attack, it is almost one-dimensional.
Okay.
He doesn't, there's that chemistry, it lacks between himself and Vini Jr. A lot of that. Now, if they have been giving this complaint ever since, we'll say, okay, they actually have, you know, reasons to back it up. But I think Madrid fans are the sort of fans who like it when a particular player sacrifices so much for Madrid. They like it. And anything that you do that displeases them, the slightest of things, you should know that they're coming for you straight up.
Okay.
And I think that's one of the issues that is going on with Kylian Mbappe and the team currently.
so talking about the slightest issue, some of the fans have taken online because there have been pictures and flying around that have been spread by the Spanish media paparazzi of Mbappe on holiday with his girlfriend in Italy. And people
On a yacht.
and people have been saying all sorts of awful things that he didn't have to go on a vacation when the season is still ongoing. However, statements from the club have said that Mbappe is not necessarily on the vacation because he suffered from a left knee injury and he's on his recovery journey. The fact that they are picking on Mbappe is one of my major concerns because Mbappe is not the only player that is in Italy right now on recovery. There is Courtois. Courtois is there right now and is on recovery as well. Why are Real Madrid players not talking about these other players that have not been present and coming through? Why are they so particular on Kylian Mbappe?
I think it has to start with the dressing room. It has to start with the training session because there was a video that was revealed not too long ago about something that happened on the training pitch with Kylian Mbappe and one of the members of staff of the coaching team. And ever since then, that has drawn a lot of criticism from not just from fans, from coaches, even from players themselves. And then the issue of him traveling to Italy, I think that part irked a lot of fans. Probably because, like you have just explained now, he's not the only one who is currently in Italy. You have Courtois also in Italy trying to recover. So I think the fans do not really understand this fact. So when they saw that, I think he went on that holiday. Should I call it holiday now? I will call it.
Yeah, it's holiday actually.
Yes. He went on that holiday before they played an El Clasico game.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be, maybe be in Madrid, nurturing that, injury. But then again, you have pictures flying around. So the fans looked at it and said, this boy is disrespecting us now. It's not like this. And I mean, they felt that way because other players were on the pitch, sacrificing, You know, and like I said before, Real Madrid fans, they love things like that. They love it when you carry that team on your head. It doesn't matter how you want to do it, but they love you. They love it when they see that you're sacrificing a whole lot for Real Madrid. So I guess that Kylian Mbappe shouldn't have, or like you said, paparazzi, he might have been taken unaware. They just, you know, took those pictures and, you know, they posted it. But then, my point still remains that these are the kind of issues that will arise when a team is into its Galacticos era, assembling young players who are elite. And then you want to come down to the management of the team.
True.
The coach. Obviously, the dressing room is not in order. The training ground is not in order. I don't know what is happening. So it now bounces back to the manager also. The person who is going to take over, we're hearing that Jose Mourinho is in the picture right now. He would definitely have a lot to do. If at all, yes. If at all he gets to Real Madrid, he would definitely have a lot of work to do. And for Kylian Mbappe, I think it's just a face. I think he will pass because I don't know the whole petition thing that is going on. I'm not sure that Kylian Mbappe is going to leave. That boy signed about a 5-year deal. It is due 2028, 2029. I'm not sure it's going to leave.
But do you think that this ongoing uproar by the Real Madrid fan is finally going to bring the management under pressure? The likes of Perez is part of the management in Real Madrid. Do you think that is going to bring them under pressure? Because, you know, there's a way the fandom can be, right? Fans can be very, but when they are particular about a particular person, when they are particular about something, sometimes the pressure can get to the management and they'll make their decision based on what the fans want. So do you think this is going to be a situation like that?
Well, I don't think the management in Real Madrid, this is not the first time. They know what they are into. Actually. They know what they are breeding. They know their kind of fans. So I don't think that this will want to push them in such a way to make a very rash decision or a very quick decision just to please the fans. Recall Kylian Mbappe was on his own in PSG. Actually, you all said you wanted him because of the kind of team, classic team that you are building. So I don't think that they will be in a hurry to make a decision. Of course, they would like to call for a board meeting and see how they can, of course, put things together before even bringing out a statement from the club. So I don't think they're going to be in a hurry because they know what they have been into for years. It is Real Madrid, one of the biggest clubs in the world. Actually, so yes, they know what they are into. So they would not allow, you know, fans pressure them at this point.
Okay, so this Kylian Mbappe saga will be keeping our eyes closed. Like we'll be following it bumper to bumper because it is really shaking the world of football, because close to 30% of football medias are particular on the outcome of what the Kylian Mbappe situation is going to look like and what it spells for his future in Real Madrid. But moving on, we are going on to the UEFA Champions League second leg. The second leg happened just within the week, and we had Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal, and we had Bayern Munich versus PSG in the Allianz Arena. And of course, a repetition of what happened between Atletico Madrid and Arsenal in the Europa League occurred again, but this time it was in the favor of Arsenal, where Bukayo Saka's goal was the decider for Arsenal. And for the first time in over 20 years, Arsenal are in the finals of the UEFA Champions League. And many people say, who knows? So let's look at the overview of the match. The beginning of the match, right? Arsenal, Atletico Madrid, there was a bit of a controversy that a lot of people were talking about how Atletico Madrid was denied a penalty. And it seemed that the UEFA or the referee was trying to side with Arsenal and did not award Atletico Madrid the penalty. The penalty we are talking about was when there was an altercation, or should I say a bump, between Declan Rice and a particular Atletico Madrid player in the box of 18 while Atletico Madrid was trying to score a goal, and the referee said no penalty. So should I ask, was that a no penalty or was it just a bad call by the referee?
Well, we've talked about this, how there are, a lot of, more like a gap when it comes to referees' decisions so far in the UEFA Champions League. And sometimes you look at some sort of things play out and you're confused. I mean, should the ref have given this? Should the ref had, overturned the decision or something? So we've been in that sort of confusion for some kind of games now. But when I looked at that thing played out, I think it happened about twice.
Yeah, twice.
In the box,
yes.
where two players who were trying to, connect and get a goal for Atletico Madrid, were clipped down right in the box. And these were not unintentional moves. They were very intentional from what I saw. They were very intentional. But the ref says, carry on. I mean, he owns the game. So, well, but then, I mean, it's right now, it's past. I don't think Simeone even talked about it.
No.
In the press conference.
He was asked in the press conference. He just blew it off and didn't say anything.
Exactly. So me too, I'm not saying this because looking at it, I'm like, what is going on? And that's where I drew the conclusion that there's too much of gap between what we're seeing the referees do in the UEFA Champions League, what we see them do in the Premier League, and all of that. But overall, congratulations to Arsenal.
Yeah.
For the first time in 20 years.
Yeah.
For the first time. Because I think the last time they went to a final was against Barcelona in 2006, and they didn't get that one. But right now, Mikel Arteta has been able to bring himself and his boys to their very first finals in the UEFA Champions League. Remember that they had back-to-back semi-finals.
Yeah.
Came out of that semi-finals, and then went to the finals. And before the game, you would know how what's the word now? You would know how important it is to the fans and to the boys, because even right outside the stadium, you see thousands of fans lined up wanting to support Mikel Arteta and his boys. And inside too, they didn't fail to do their job as fans. And you could see the joy after the game ended. You could see the joy, Mikel Arteta jumping into the pitch, hugging players and all of that. It was a joyous moment. But I do hope that they will complete it.
We will get there. Actually, we will get there. We will get to that gist, actually, because we went from Atletico Madrid to Arsenal. We had Bayern Munich and PSG played in the Allianz Arena in Germany. And unfortunately for Bayern Munich, I don't know what happened. The game ended 1-0 with a goal from Ousmane Dembele. And that was the deciding goal that sent PSG to the finals. Let's not forget that PSG initially in France already defeated Bayern Munich 5-4 in their first leg. And also there was also a penalty controversy that happened there as well, but where towards the end of the game we saw Harry Kane questioning the decision of the referee on a penalty that was not given. And a lot of people were disappointed because they felt that Bayern Munich was the better team. But then again, I want to talk about one particular player in PSG that has been a deciding factor in their game. The Georgian player, Kavicha. Oh my God, that guy they run. And it was his pass that engineered the Ousmane Dembele's goal. I mean, he created lots of chances. Unfortunately for PSG, they weren't able to convert those chances to more goals in the Allianz Arena. So if I want to ask you, how did you see the likes of Kavicha and Nuno Mendes in that game?
Well, for Kvaratskhelia, see, he is one person who, like you already stated, I mean, for every time that PSG plays, you always see that he's visible on the pitch. A very pivotal player, very instrumental whenever PSG is out playing such important games like this. Now, during the first leg, we saw a lot of goals. And coming into the studio, myself and a colleague were just talking about the fact that nobody took note of the defense for both sides, Bayern and PSG, in the first leg. And that was because of the fact that they had firepower when it comes to attack, firepower when it comes to goal scoring. So who cares about defense? There's a lot of goals. So who cares about the defense? We don't care if it is rough. We don't care if it is shaky. Those goals that just kept coming in. It just showed the prowess of the attack between both sides. And I think I was kind of expecting more. Maybe because I was expecting Bayern Munich to
give more goals,
to advance to the finals and play Arsenal in the finals. But then again, it happened the way it did. 1-1 with Harry Kane scoring a very late goal. Of course, that wasn't going to be enough after all because what's their name now? PSG were already six goals ahead.
The aggregate was 6. So it's painful actually, but then again, Bayern Munich has had a good run.
Exactly,
actually.
They've
had a good run.
People who have scored, I think in their last 6 home games, they have scored about 3 goals, and then coming into this game at home, they were not able to, do anything. And I want to give it to the defense of PSG. Because they were tight, you could see them running everywhere
and the likes of them. But then
just everywhere.
But then again, in this particular game, there were controversies concerning handball.
Yes.
So there was one handball that was saying that the referee, I even heard the commentators stating a rule that as long as it's from a player of a particular team to that same player of a particular team, it's nullified. But then again, there was another handball by Nuno Mendes that was a clear handball, and the referee did not give any...
Back to the issue of what we have been seeing, consistencies that we have seen in the UEFA Champions League so far. So good. I mean, it's just the issue. And I do hope that, they take a look at all of these things again by the end of the season and see how they can be able to work towards consistency when it comes to referees' decision, when it comes to the rule book. Yeah, when it comes to the rule book, so that we know what we are doing. We will not be confused when we see a handball next time. We are not going to be confused. But yes, for Arsenal and Atletico Madrid, same issue. Bayern, same issue. I think even in the first leg, they had issues too of this with same handball and the controversies were a lot. Yeah, but all in all, I think kudos to PSG. I think PSG, deserves this final because I'm thinking that Bayern might have flopped if they had gotten to the finals. Really? From what they played, the way they played. Did you see what Michael Olise was doing yesterday?
I don't want to talk about him.
Tired.
I don't want to talk about
him. I was so weak. I'm like, come on, boy, Olise, I love you. But why are you doing this? Why are you doing like this? What kind of play is this? I know that he had some chances. Yes.
Yeah, but he was not able to finish
the way
and take hold of those chances.
I don't want to say flop. But
it's not a matter of not wanting to say flop. Actually, he flopped. Actually, he flopped.
It was somehow because I was expecting more. You know that hunger that you are at home.
And all fans were just waiting
because I was feeling like, is it that you don't want to play? You're playing a PSG. You want to get into the finals of the UEFA Champions League and get something running for yourself. Because if you look at his performance this season, he has been spectacular. True. Very spectacular. Out of 30 appearances, I think he has about 14 goals. Altogether, he has more than 25 goal contribution to Bayern this season. So why put up that kind of a performance yesterday? Like you don't want to give the ball. There was a particular place he wanted to pass the ball and he slipped. And you know that lackadaisical attitude. Yeah. Michael Olise already has it. So when he does something, it's a bit annoying somehow. But then again, all in all, congratulations to PSG. It's going to be PSG Arsenal, May 30th, Budapest. Who is that? Who is going to take the trophy home?
But then again, Arsenal, and this is not the first time Arsenal and PSG are meeting. They met in the last edition of the Champions League in the semi-final, but unfortunately, PSG advanced to the finals. And this is going to be the very first time both teams are meeting in the final of the competition. They've met a total of 7 times. Both have had 2 wins each and 3 draws. And we just hope that beautiful football is going to be delivered. But then again, I want to ask you, do you think that Arsenal can rise up to the challenge to beat the defending champions?
Yeah. And then, do you think that PSG will want to win this again? Because but I think the ball is in their court.
Yeah, but actually, Luis Enrique have done a fantastic job with this team.
Yes.
I mean, you can see the hunger for glory in the eyes of the players of PSG, in their consistency, in their style of play, in how they've come a long way in this UEFA Champions League. So we are keeping our fingers crossed. I'm not taking sides. if the English table leaders, yes, because they are still table leaders, it has not been decided if they are going to win the EPL, but if the English table leaders can beat UEFA Champions, can beat PSG to win the UEFA Champions League, it's going to be a monumental and historical moment for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, because this will be their first European title that they will be winning if they should win come May 30th. But then again, anything can happen in football.
It has been a while. If anything happens, Mikel Arteta will be busy defending. Not very well. That's not very well now. So I think that's the highest I can.
Like, I'm already taking side though.
Let's just see how it will go. And we're hoping, fingers crossed, that Arsenal does their best.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's going to be historic for Arsenal to win the UEFA Champions League.
Definitely.
Because a lot of people did not give them so much. In fact, people thought they were going to crash out in the semi-finals.
I thought they were going to crash out in the semi-finals.
But you want to look at the way Mikel Arteta has played. From is it the quarters now where they faced Sporting CP?
Yeah.
In the first leg, I think it was a draw, 0-0 draw also. I can't really remember now. In the second leg, they won 1-0.
Yeah.
Then look at what he now did for against Atletico Madrid. In the first leg, a draw 1-1. The second leg, Mikel Arteta definitely has a plan. But sometimes it's just that the plan, sometimes he appears to be shaky on the pitch. But then he was able to, project this plan, carry it out to the latter. And look at them now.
Who knows? There might still be a dream, a doubles for Arsenal. Who knows? I mean, them being in the finals is keeping that alive, and them winning, leading the EPL table is still keeping the doubles.
There's a lot of motivation right now.
Yeah, for them. So they should be motivated. Moving on from that, we are going to be rounding up with a list of players that will be returning back to their various clubs after this season. In the summer. So we are starting with Marcus Rashford. Manchester United's Marcus Rashford will be returning back to the team. According to news that have been going round, news have been stating that Manchester United management and the team at large are saying they don't have any future plans for the player in their team. However, Marcus Rashford is saying he's going to do anything possible to stay in the Spanish La Liga that he's playing for Barcelona. However, Barcelona, they seem not to be willing to pay the 26 million asked by Manchester United.
Do people still want him?
No, we don't.
Exactly. Fans don't
we don't want Marcus Rashford back.
So, I mean, you want to look at Marcus Rashford's, loan spell at Barcelona.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I will say there has been a significant rise of form when it comes to Marcus Rashford. We've seen him out of 46 appearances. He has 13 goals, 11 assists. That's a resurgence for Marcus Rashford.
No, I agree with you.
Yes, better than what
he used to be when he
was in Manchester United.
Yeah.
He has desires to stay. And then I don't know why, according to you now, I don't know why Barcelona is not willing to pay that much for him to stay.
Maybe they are too broke to pay. Who knows? They're still the old Messi. I'm just saying. But then again, 26 million is not a lot. I mean, for a player like Marcus Rashford, I even feel he's too cheap, actually. Manchester United is supposed to make money from Marcus Rashford.
More money.
Yeah, actually, 26 is too cheap. And we are looking forward to the fact that...
I admire the fact that there's a resurgence. And
no. Marcus Rashford is... But then again, I just believe that if he comes back to Manchester United, I see another low spell coming.
I just want to send Antoine
until the end of his contract in the club. Another Manchester United player that has come out to say he's coming back to fight for his number one spot.
This Manchester United said. If there's Champions League football next season.
Actually, apart from Champions League football, they pay their players well. Let me speak pidgin. They pay their players well. When you talk about wage, if you check the wage pay and the weekly pay of players around the world, you see that most Manchester United players are one of the highest paid in the world. But talking about Manchester United, I'm not going to call him ace goalkeeper, but he's not ace goalkeeper. Former number one goalkeeper Andres Onana has come out to say he will be coming back to the team to fight for his number one spot. Let's not forget that Manchester United has a current number one, talking about the Belgian Seny Lammers, who has been doing a lot for the club. And Onana has been away in Turkey in Trabzonspor, and he has been doing wonderfully well in Trabzonspor, and he has been able to keep at least a clean slate in Trabzonspor so far. But then again, he said he's coming back to Manchester United to fight for his... Don't be looking at me like that.
Come back to fight.
To fight for his number one spot. But me, I want to officially beg Trabzonspor. Any amounts, any amounts you ask us, we will release him to you. You people should just permanent that guy. He's a good goalkeeper.
But then when it comes to Andre Onana also, I think I would still want to use the same word, resurgence. We've seen how good he has been in Trabzonspor.
Wow.
I think he has made about 20-something, 28 or 29 appearances, 28 years in the Turkey League, and then 1 appearance in the Turkish Super Cup also.
Yeah.
And then from March to April, he has kept clean sheets. But initially, when he got to the Turkish team, in his first 4 appearances, he had 2 clean sheets. He won 2 Man of the Match award. He won. I think he provided 1 assist. Also.
You see what I'm saying? That's it. The Turkish league
I think they are interested in him. Yeah, but there is no option to buy.
No, if they want another loan renewal, we can renew that contract. Don't worry. Anything to take him away from Manchester United.
He wants to fight for his place.
But I don't think there's a number one space for...
That's why he wants to fight. He
for where? So that he will come and give us that chicken pose. No, we don't want Andre Onana. Onana, go. We see. You don't understand. I remember last season when Onana was there. Oh, we cried. We cried and crowed. It's the reason why we are not in the FA Cup. AO Grisby Town beat us how many? No, we don't want you back, bro. Don't come back to my club. But then, but then again, I think Manchester United, I don't know why they are unwilling to sell Andre Onana to Trabzonspor so that they can make it permanent. I don't know. But then again, I pray they come to a good decision and just let him go. Because, I mean, we have a good number one and a good number 2 right now. I don't think there's any space for him to even fight for number 3. Not to talk of number 1. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Our fingers are crossed.
Actually, they're moving down to Chelsea. There's the likes of Nicholas Jackson. Chelsea are saying that Nicholas Jackson has been one player that has been top-notch in the Bundesliga. Let's not forget that he is on loan in Bayern Munich, because many people are thinking that they sold Nicholas Jackson to Bayern Munich. He wasn't sold, though. They gave him on loan to Bayern Munich, and he has been doing exceptionally well. But according to news that has been flying around and rumors, Chelsea are saying that they are willing to sell him for at least up to £40 million to any club that will be able to buy him.
Well, Nicholas Jackson, I must say that has been fantastic, at least.
Actually, yes,
for Bayern Munich. And then he has a Bundesliga in his CV right now. He has won one for himself. Yeah. But then, I don't know, it will depend on Nicholas Jackson if he wants to come back to Chelsea. Like he's
saying if Bayern Munich would buy, he would say, if not, he's willing to come back to Chelsea. All right. But let's just hope that Bayern Munich buys him and just stay.
10 goals, 3 assists so far in this loan spell period.
Yeah.
At least, even if he gets back to Chelsea, he should be able to carry up on that form. Hopefully. Hopefully.
I like the way you are so optimistic about Chelsea.
I am.
See, they don't even know the manager they are going to employ for next season. I beg. I don't want to talk about Chelsea. Then lastly, we are talking about Nigerians Samuel Chukwueze, who came to Fulham on loan from AC Milan. So far, he has been able to contribute 3 goals in the games in the EPL, and he has been doing fantastically well alongside his Nigerian brothers, Alex Iwobi and Kelvin Bassey. When he was asked if he would be willing to stay in Fulham by some fans and media, he said he loves the English Premier League, and if they are willing to keep him, he would stay. But then again, AC Milan are not giving any news or any hint that they will be selling him to Fulham. So at the end of the season, at the end of the summer, we'll be seeing Samuel Chukwueze back in the Serie A in AC Milan.
Good luck to him, because good luck.
That's the way it do for us. For you still never forgive her.
I see that we go. Anyways, 3 goals, 4 assists, something for him. In AC Milan, I think the period where he was in AC Milan, he didn't really do much also. I think about 3 goals also to his name. Coming to Fulham after 21 games, 3 goals, 4 assists. So, like you said, it's down to the clubs now to decide. Fulham, do they want him to stay? AC Milan, do they want him back? So when they decide, I mean, whatever the decision is for any of this club, any of the players, of course, all we need to do is wish them the best and hope that they carry on with that form that they were on loan spell.
Okay, with that, we are coming to the end of yet another interesting episode. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. Follow 5 Screen Medias for updates. And also, you can follow Sportsbusstop on Instagram. We are on Instagram and also on Facebook. Follow us. Drop your comments, drop your likes, and we will be sure to read your comments. This is me saying have a wonderful weekend. And as usual, don't forget, I am Lisa, your sports talkative, and Nengi.
And Ademola, and we're saying have a lovely weekend ahead. Bye.
Bye, guys.